What's up, Undead Nation? This is one half of Half Dead Dads. This is Richie.
I'm Chris. What was that sound?
Sorry, Reveille had to go wee.
No.
Stop with the scratching, you pain in the ass. And now you want to make an appearance? Come say hi. Today's topic is going to be brought to you by the letter F for friendship. And why it is that men's friendships, in my opinion, are better, more fulfilling, longer lasting, and generally all around better than women's friendships are.
No, and you're not that wrong. I mean, any any lasting friendship. I mean, it doesn't seem like women have that much of a long standard. I mean,
Unless it's with somebody of the opposite sex.
and even then, I still don't think that that can really classify because I mean, most of the time, um, you're looking at one person that's usually pining for the other.
Mhm.
Usually, I mean, there are sometimes outliers that come into play and everything like that, but I mean, you know me, I go off statistics.
I don't know. But I mean, like there's people out there who have, friends of the opposite sex and everything else, which is, understandable, fine, dandy, all that good shit. But to me, if they have a history with that person and they're in another relationship, that person should not be in their life anymore.
I don't think so either. I mean,
Why keep somebody that you have a history with in your life unless it's a backup option just in case what you have now don't work out.
well, I mean,
It's a fallback.
I mean, in my eyes as well. I mean, it does play into that whole. Um, Usually, somebody's pining for the other. I mean, especially if they've already had a past and everything. Because I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. A a situation like this, okay? With a man, generally they don't have sex with who they feel. It's access essentially with men, okay? Women, you've got to have some type of feeling for there to be sex. With men, there doesn't need to be that feeling. It's just, hey, I'm feeling quite frisky tonight. Let's go see who I can find. Which also brings up another point: the fact that um, as men, I think that we step down for that. I
Yeah.
mean,
No.
I
I
don't think.
mean,
I mean,
I'll agree with that. Like the second that, like, if I was single and the second that I fucking stepped out and said, you know what, I'm feeling extra, tonight and all that good shit, and I went and just fucking found some random, then that would be me lowering my standards, lowering my value, and all that shit.
well, I
Like,
mean, not essentially lowering your value. It's what you will look for, which is usually easier to grab. So I mean, with a man, I mean, I'm not much to look at. I say that I'm a 5 at best, but usually I'm a 4. Okay, but if I was feeling a need to sit there and just have sex, I'd jump down to threes and twos.
I
But
mean, but no, I mean, like, to me, like, me personally, I cannot be friends with anybody that I've had relations with. You know what I mean?
no, I know what you mean. I mean, I've tried it myself, and it's always just been
Because
it's never worked out.
if I did that, A, it's disrespectful to my partner.
Yeah,
Two, it's disrespectful to my relationship. And then three, it's also like, I'm not putting everything into this because I know I have this over here.
yeah. I mean, that makes sense. The fact that you've got a fallback plan and plan B, and it's just yeah, you're not going to give your all in any relationship, any way, shape, or form.
But I mean, like I said, I think that men relation or like friendships and shit, like last longer because we're truthful with each other. I mean, we give each other the hard truths, we give each other advice and everything else. You know what I mean?
And that's
I mean,
true.
hell, we'll give our shirts off the back to our friends that we care about. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Fucking
No, I
morning,
know
you call
exactly what you
me,
mean.
tell me, hey, what's up? Don't matter what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna answer your call. You might have to
Generally,
call
unless
five
you're
or
in the
six
middle of
times,
something
but
that I really don't want to talk to you while you're taking a shit.
it's one of those things where like you might have to call me 5 or 6 times if I'm asleep,
Yeah.
but I'm eventually gonna answer it.
And probably not answer with the, hey, what's up? It's going to be, dude, I was asleep. What the hell do you want?
Or it'll be like, dude, you called me 6 times. What's going on? Like, I'll know that it's important if you call me like that and everything else. But I mean, like, if okay, case in point, like if your car my house for a little bit, like during the days that you work,
Okay.
you had a significant other at the house, I would take you home so that way you.
This is trash. Dude. All right, hold on a second. I'm getting them back.
This is pissing me the fuck off.
We're still live, brother.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
My bad. My bad.
don't worry. I said it too, man. I was like, this is trash.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Uh,
But no, like like I was saying, like if we work together and your car breaks down, we're working the same shift and everything else. I know that you have a partner at home.
hmm.
You might stay at my house for a couple of days, like if the weather's bad, your car breaks down, whatever,
Yeah.
right? But on our days off, I'm gonna take you home so that way you can spend time with your partner.
Hmm.
And then I'll pick you up, you stay at my house, work until we can figure out, something else.
Yeah.
That's the difference between men and women's friendships.
Okay.
Because I don't think a woman would actually do that.
Hmm. I mean, no. I mean, I get what you're saying and everything like that. I mean, it's, um, but I mean, there, I think there'd have to be other outliers. I mean, there's got to be outliers in place and everything like that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, generally, yeah, I don't think that a female friendship is somebody's gonna step out of their way, out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, no. I mean, my thing is like, if like for instance, our friendship and everything else, like I know that if it was reversed, you know what I mean? Like my car broke down, whatever. You're gonna go out of your way to help.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this personally because you have. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Paying you back for it. So,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. But that's the kind of friendship, and that's the difference between men and women's friendship in a nutshell. We will help as much as we can. Whereas a woman friendship is going to be more like, oh, that sucks.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it just seems like more about with the women. It's what can you do for me in the end?
Yeah. Or, you sit there and you like, I don't know, you have relationship advice and everything else, right? Or relationship problem.
Okay.
If a girl goes to her friends and gives, you know, basically her side
Okay.
to her friends are going to sit there and say, fuck him, he's a dick, you deserve better, all this other stuff, because they're not invested in the friendship to a level that we are. Because if it was reversed, I come to you with a relationship problem.
Okay.
You're going to sit there and want my side. You're going to want to know how she reacted. You're going to want to sit there and do this, and you're going to be blunt with me and hold me accountable for what I did to cause her reaction.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is what a true friendship is.
Well,
You're
yeah.
going to hold me accountable. You're going to be like, dude, this is where you fucked up. Yes, you fucked up. You're not going to just sugarcoat it and be like, oh, you deserve better. You're going to be like, this is why I see why she acted like this, or I see why she reacted like this.
No, like I sat there and told you before. I mean, that's why. I mean, I think most males can do this. Not a lot of females can. Sitting there detaching themselves from the situation, being that fly on the wall, and being like, okay, so lay out the scene for me. What am I supposed to see? Okay, I see X happening. I see Y happening. Okay, X did this wrong. Y did this wrong.
This is how you both fix it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the difference between men and women's, friendships. Because a woman is gonna. It don't matter what this person did of the person that they're talking about. They're gonna be like, oh well, you deserve better. You deserve, fuck him. He's a dick and all this other shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to go the extra mile to sit there and try to understand everything else. I mean,
No,
generally, of course.
I mean, granted, there are exceptions,
Well, of course. There always are.
but
There's always going to be
but
an exception.
but at the same time, 90, I'll give it a 95% rating that most women to woman friendships, if you come to them for relationship advice, they're not going to be like, okay, sit down and talk to you and be like, what's going on? This is where you fucked up. This is how he's fucking up. Y'all need to fix it together and all this other shit. They're going to be like, fuck him. You deserve better. Leave.
Yeah.
And it's always the miserable people who fucking sit there and, they pretend to be happy and everything else in their own lives, but they want what you have. And this is women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Friendships. It's like they get jealous of what you have because they want that. They want somebody who actually loves somebody and is willing to fight for it and everything else, yada yada yada. But at the same time, they're not getting it from their partner, so they're telling this person, you know what? Because I'm miserable in my relationship, you deserve better.
Well, that's even if they have a relationship to begin with. I mean, and that's why that whole standard. That's why there's that saying of single women keep single. Single women keep women single.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like you sat there and said, they're so unhappy with their relationship or where their stance is that they're gonna sit there and be like, well, this is what everybody else is expecting of me. I'm gonna show something different, and that's where all the problems are starting to come into play. I mean, now I'm not going to deny the fact that there are some bad men out there. There's bad men. There's good women. There's good women. There's bad women, and there's good.
Good men. Yeah.
There, but the thing is that's where a lot of breakdown comes into play. Is the fact that now people aren't wanting to sit there and have those difficult discussions, those difficult talks, and sit. I mean, that's why I've sat there and told you. I mean, when I date, I sit there and ask them, it's like, do you have a lot of single friends? And if they sit there and say, yes, I do, then I'm usually going to push you just a little bit to the side. And it's like, no. I've dealt with that headache before, and it is a headache.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, the friendship aspect of it. I think on the surface level, women are probably more surface level than they are deeper. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, I can get what you're saying. Okay.
If that makes any kind of sense whatsoever.
No,
It's more of a surface level friendship. Like, yeah, you can be like, hang out, all that good stuff, all that, but you don't have any kind of actual meaningful friendship.
I can get behind that. I mean, and that's because of what it is. I mean, there's been so many studies that's been done that I've heard about. I mean, just of and just with the whole communication between men and women, and well, men and men, women and women, and, it's there's a huge breakdown. It seems like um, with with women and any sort of capability. I mean, they don't focus on the. They tend to focus on more of the. How do I put this correctly? Um, they don't go into, like you said, the depth. I guess would be what I'm looking for. And I mean, especially with friendships. I mean, they may look at the future with relationship wise, but even then, I mean, it's still they don't. It's hard for them to picture the work that they have to put in to get said thing.
Yeah, I mean, hell, any kind of relationship, whether it's a friendship, a romantic relationship, whatever, it's always going to take work, no matter what it is. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? I mean, hell, there's days that you fucking hate me and you can't stand to talk to me, and there's days that I'm pretty sure that you're gonna say something fucking stupid, and I just look at the phone and like, what the fuck,
Of course,
you
I
know?
mean, we've been friends for close to 20, for over 27 years. I mean, there's gonna be days where you tick me off and I tick you off.
But that's the difference. A woman, in my opinion, is quicker to throw away the friendship than a man is.
Hmm? I get
It
that.
don't matter how much we disagree and all that good shit. You're my best friend, so we're gonna fucking sit there. We might not talk a couple of days, that other shit
Yeah.
about what it is that we want to fucking say whenever we do talk. But it's not gonna affect our friendship.
No, because at some point we'll sit there and hash that out. I mean, worst case scenario, I know about where you live. You know about where I live. We'll sit there, meet in the middle, beat the shit out of each other, and the loser buys the beer.
I mean, and but I mean that's what I'm trying to fucking sit there and say is our. That's why I say that men friendships are deeper and better overall going to be.
I mean, overall, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. It's just because of the fact, and it's because of the fact that we are honest. We try to be as honest as we possibly can with each other, and say, hey, this is where you're messing up. I mean, just think about it. Just a normal conversation between a group of guys. You know that there's going to be name calling. There's going to be there's going to be put downs and crap like that. You're going to look at each other. I mean, if I'm around a bunch of let's say I'm around a bunch of skinny people, they're going to look at me like black sheep because I'm. They're going to make comment on the fact that I'm overweight, and I'm not going to sit there and take it as a jab. I'm going to look at them just like, yeah, you've got a six pack, I've got a keg. Mine took longer to build, more than likely. It's harder to maintain. Or yours is harder to maintain. Mine's easy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not only that, but you're going to shit talk right back. And if it's a group of guys
Oh,
doing it,
oh, there we go.
they're if it's a group of guys, like you're going to talk shit right back. But
Yep.
if it's a group of guys, they're just going to fucking laugh and fucking not get offended unless they are of the Democrats
Well, it's,
persuasion.
well, it's not just the Democrat persuasion. It's just the fact that if you get offended by something that somebody says, there's honestly truth behind it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, no, I get what you're saying, but I mean, most cases we're not going to get offended, and everything else is going to be like, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's going to be like, continue on with the topic. Now, if you're in if women are in a group of fucking things like this, and it's all fucking, like skinny girls, and somebody makes a comment to a little bit of a bigger girl and everything else, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna fucking sit there and be like, "Fuck this, fuck these bitches. I'm not hanging out with these people. Fuck them." That's the end of their friendship.
Generally, I mean, when they sit, they can't. Nobody. I don't. I mean, I'm not. I'm gonna sit there and even say men nowadays. I mean, you can't take constructive criticism.
I mean, it gets to the point where if you can't take criticism from your friends, then you don't need friends
No, exactly.
because a friend is whenever you need it, but talk you through your fucking situations. and fucking listen. And then they build you up also.
Hmm?
You know, they are there to support you. That is what a friend is.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it's we hold. I mean, it's basically the fact that we just hold each other account. We hold everybody accountable, and that's one thing that's lacking nowadays is anybody's accountability. They're so easy to push it off on somebody else.
Oh yeah, no, like I mean, you know, we've got this fucking, you know, there's this formerly known as Twitter, who sits there and is always negative, always trolling anything that the group of people that I talk to on there. Like, you know, we're all conservatives and we all just sit there and talk and everything else. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And they're always having something negative to say. And it's because they're miserable in their own life that they're trying to bring them down. Like trying to bring everybody else down.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain, go into detail.
So, like, if we're talking about something, you know, not even fucking political, we're just talking, whatever. They go out of their way because they're so miserable in their lives that they're gonna fucking sit there and try to bring us down. But they sit there and they fucking, you know, sit there and pretend to be friendly with us. They're like, hey, you guys, hope y'all are having a good day and everything else, but they're still doing this. None of us get offended. But the second that we say something, like if we're having a political discussion
Okay.
and something that fucking, you know, happens and everything else, like in the news that day, and we bring it up to debunk that person and what they're fucking saying and the fucking Kool-Aid that they drink and their fucking mindset to try to wake them up and shit. They fucking sit there and they get so fucking offended that they go off and fucking try this. You know, they try to be friendly, but then, you know, whenever we're friendly back, you know, it's just, you know,
Well, I mean,
normal, you know,
anytime,
everyday fucking conversation.
yeah. Well, I mean, just anytime that you sit there, I mean, that's the one issue is the fact that as soon as you sit there and start voicing your opinion, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna run into somebody that's gonna say, no, your opinion's wrong, and here's the reasons why. Okay, well, here's my reasons for defending it, and it just seems like. I mean, yeah, it just seems like a lot of people nowadays sit there and take offense to you having a different opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as you don't as soon as you don't agree with them, it's they write you off. I mean, just think about how many stories that we've sat there and heard of people on TikTok, on Twitter, as soon as they say, well, and just going off the past election, you had so many people sit there right off friends because they voted for Kamala, you voted for Trump. Oh, big deal. All right. Well, I mean,
Thing is, you
generally
treat
it was a lot of the left views that sit there and it's like, well, if you voted for Trump, just kick me, just block me. Okay.
yeah. I mean, my thing is, I don't give a shit what your political, you know, persuasion is. And you want to be a liberal, all that good shit, fine. I can agree to some things being fucked up on my side and everything else. Like, I know that Trump's not perfect, but he's a hell of a lot better than Biden was.
Yeah, he
I think
breathes.
we can all agree on that. But at the same time, you know, like, if I don't fully 100%, I can sit there and say, look, you know, to a friend, be like, look, transgender want to be transgender, they can be transgender in private. I don't need it shoved down my throat and everything else. They're still gonna fucking sit there and be offended because I'm not 100% backing what they're saying, and they're like, "Well, fuck you. You're not my friend anymore." You think I give a fuck?
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've I've started to cut people that I mean, I'm gonna not gonna deny the fact that I've cut a couple of people that I don't fully believe with, and that's because of the fact that um, because there's no talking with them.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it has nothing to do with the friendship. It has to do with not being able to talk,
yeah,
which in mine and your friendship, it don't like we're not always going to agree on everything 100% of the time. I mean, hell, we've had plenty of disagreements,
Hmm.
but I'm still going to listen to you. You're going to listen to me, and we're going to fucking sit there and be like, okay, well, I can see what you're saying. You can see what I'm saying and all that shit. But,
Yeah, we'll
we
just
still
agree
have different opinions.
agree to disagree. As soon as we
Yeah.
both run out of gas, it's one of those. Okay, well, I've given it my best shot. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything right now where we've sat there and completely disagreed upon.
I can.
Usually, what you got? Let's
The
let
working class video,
working class. Okay, well,
the protected classes. Whenever I said that, nurses, this and everything else should be a protected class. And we talked about whenever, if you're in a relationship and everything else, you don't want your future wife to work. She wants you to take care of the kids and everything else, right?
okay, yeah, because I try to hold I try to hold as much traditionalist values as I possibly can.
No, I get that and everything else. And I asked you if it was important to her. Like it is a service job, pretty much. Like you are providing a service. You are providing an essential service.
Yeah, I mean,
And
and
and she wants to continue to do this. How would it be a bad thing? We
and
we disagreed on that
we
whenever we
did.
talked about
I mean, I still hold a kind of a swaying, not swaying, but a teetering opinion on that because, like I said, I try to be as much a traditionalist as I possibly can. I do believe that um, for I mean, until the kids sit there and reach a certain age and everything, I do generally believe that a mother should always be with the kids. I mean, there are jobs and out there that as soon as that as soon as kids get to a certain age, I do believe that if you want to go work, go work. I mean, I, yeah, it's sit there and taking it takes a little bit to sit there and come up with the idea of, well, or not come up with the idea. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. But you, if you have that job to start off with, that's something I have to sit there and contend with. I will voice my opinion and everything like that. I mean, if it's somebody that I was talking to a while back sat there and was a worker for other veterans, and that's something that I'm quite proud of and highly proud of. And it took me a second to sit there and be like, well, I mean, I I believe in that traditionalist way, but I mean, have I do respect the job that you take because I mean they did so much work with vets and um, it was a noteworthy job.
it. Mhm.
It just it was hard to align with some of the values that I did hold.
No, but it made you think.
It does.
And then, which is what I was trying to get you to do and everything else, which, that's the one thing that I know that we, majorly disagreed on and everything else.
And even then, that's not much of a disagreement. I mean, it's just like a different. I mean, yeah, it's a disagreement, I guess, but it's a differencing of opinions for a small case. But I mean, I've tried being friendly to a couple of people that had real opposing views. Okay, I mean, everything.
Mhm.
I mean, I had the mentality for a split second of that whole opposites attract. So why don't I try to talk with people that are complete opposite value of me? And dude, that was a train wreck and a half.
Mhm. No, but I mean, like, in a friendship, you're gonna have disagreements, like all that good stuff.
Hmm?
To me, if you end a friendship because of a disagreement, then you were never really fucking friends to begin with.
No, 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 no.
You're more of an acquaintance.
Yeah.
I mean, we tell each other hard truths. We do all this shit that we're supposed to do as friends and everything else, and that's why I think that male friendships are better than female friendships.
Well, I mean, if dear God, if somebody sits there and says, hell, in our comments, if you got a friend if you're a female and have a friend that you've known for 10, 15, 20 years tops, somebody that you went to school with or met at work, depending on how old you are, I mean, but hell, comment it, please. Let us know because, congratulations on holding that friendship. I'm glad you're an outlier. But I don't think
I
there's going to be
mean,
many.
honestly, to me though, like we might say that we're friends. Like you and me, we're best friends. There's no denying that and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. But like Facebook, we'll use Facebook as an example.
Okay.
You have people that you went to school with that you are quote unquote friends with
There's a couple.
on social mutually friends with, and then there's other people that it's we haven't talked. They're no longer friends. They are acquaintances. If they have a different view and everything else, and they fucking decide, fuck you, dude, all that shit, it's no real loss.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a couple of people that I do have that I am actually friends with. The rest of them are just fucking acquaintances. It's not that much of a fucking, it's not going to hurt my feelings if they go one way or the other.
Yeah. I mean, the one reason why I don't use Facebook anymore. I still have it, but it. I mean, I think the last time I posted was over a decade ago.
Like I said, and so I'm not going to say that some of your friends that you meet on, like Facebook and everything else aren't going to end up being really good friends. And you're going to have a friendship that's gone on for 10, 15, 20 years, whatever the case may be,
Mm.
and all that. But how well do you actually know that person? I'm sorry, but to me, a true friendship, I'm going to know all your fucking shit. You're going to know all my shit.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any secrets. Much
You
like
know
in
what
a
I
real
mean?
relationship.
Yeah. I mean, because if you really just without them romantic fucking feelings.
You're gonna have to say that again. You cut out.
Oh, well, if you think about it, friendships are like relationships just without the romantic feelings.
Generally. Well,
I mean, we're not gonna lie to each other and all that other shit. Like we're gonna have those hard discussions if something's bothering you or me or whatever. We're gonna have those discussions.
yeah.
But I mean, like I would love to see what the subscribers and anybody who happens to stumble across this page, has to say about that.
Hmm?
I want to see if they actually agree or if they can point to a valid excuse as to why woman relationship or friendships would be better than men's.
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm always up for a conversation. They're good.
I mean, honest conversation also, but
All I ask is to keep. I try to stay away from as much hostility and stress as I possibly can. It's just I'm I'm at that age where it's just like I'm I'm done with headaches.
well, if you say something stupid, I'm gonna come back right. I'm gonna come right back at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna attack you even fucking lower than you just came at me.
Makes sense. Got to feed off of the.
Fucking always posting on X and all that good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it came from that, but I'm not gonna sit there and let you talk to me a certain type of way, and then oh fuck you, I'm gonna come at you sideways if you come at me sideways. If you come at me with respect, I'll have a respectful conversation.
Hmm? Well, it's just you feed off of anybody else's energy. You give back what it is.
Yeah.
I mean that's what I mean. Even the conversations that we've had on the chats that we've had. I mean, as soon we try to keep it as peaceful as possible until somebody sits there and starts throwing off.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, even whenever, growing up and everything else, I was the same way though as I am now. You know that.
Yeah.
If somebody was peaceful and respectful and everything else, I'm gonna be peaceful and respectful. The second they cross the fucking line, I'm gonna match your fucking energy. I'm gonna hit you where it hurts.
Dude, I'm getting old. My knees are popping.
Knees, back, shoulder,
Something.
neck, back. Oh, I already said back. But I mean, like I said, I believe 100% that men friendships are generally overall better than for female friendships.
Mm-hmm. No, and like I said, I completely agree with that. I mean, it's just I can't. No, I mean, I can't sit there and think of a. I mean, I've tried. I mean, I sat there and started thinking. Was like, how many females did I know that had successful not relationships, successful friendships in even high school and I mean, it seemed like they changed friends every week.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm not talking to this person because they went out and bought the dress that I bought or
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted. Dude, you got the same shoes. Like, as a guy, it's like, dude, you got the same shoes I got. Cool.
Yeah. Then we sit there and compare shoe sizes for some stupid reason.
Dude, did you see that we'd talk about different colors of shoes that they had, or a hat, or did you see the new Xbox game, or the new PlayStation game, or the new our time? It was in
We had
64.
PlayStation.
It
I,
was in 64.
I had PlayStation in high school. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still, you know, it'd be like they came out with a new game.
Hmm?
You want to come over and play?
Hmm? All right. Um. Well, I
But
mean,
that's all I got on this one.
I was about to say final topic, final saying because I mean we are at 37 minutes.
My final word: men friendships will always be better than women's friendships. Change my motherfucking mind.
No, I mean I got nothing much no more to add on that. I mean it's I mean just people that I know. I mean I've had the one of the longest friendships that anybody. So I mean just in case in point.
No, but I mean that's all I had for this one.
All right. Well,
Y'all stay tuned for the next one.
I don't know what the substitute matter is yet, but well, I'm sure it'll be fun.
It could be a lot of different ones.
Yeah, creating a list. The list is ongoing. All right,
But
Undead Nation. Like, comment, subscribe. Continue on, y'all.
this is Half Dead Dads out.
Later.